Sup on the move members. A little bit longer of a video today as I'm driving to the shop. Not to do any personal welding or customers welding or make any content right now, but doing a video right now just kind of to do the behind the scenes, what my day looks like on the welding business. Yeah, so it's the end of the year. It is New Year's Eve. It's the 31st, and instead of being able to do the fun stuff, I'm doing paperwork. I'm going through receipts and invoices and getting ready for tax season. So it's not the fun stuff. It's the sit down, make a pot of coffee, and kind of figure out how 2023 went, what my bills were, positive and negatives, and how am I going to grow in 2024. So I only can speak from personal experience, and for this year, before I kind of get into the paperwork and stuff, I already know that it wasn't the best year. With my broken hand, did set me back pretty good. So how am I going to be able to recover from that in 2024? And that's just like goal planning and being able to see some of the strengths and weaknesses, that happened with this year, and how am I going to grow, next year. For my hobbies, skydiving, if you guys follow the channel, or if you're new here, I do skydive. I've got quite the expensive hobby, tunnel flying and skydiving, right? So that costs money, and that's going to go into my day as well. So proper planning in finances, because that stuff is a hobby. There really is no return, and I love it. Like, I'm passionate about skydiving and tunnel flying, but it's expensive. Some people might ask, what does it cost to skydive? There's kind of the saying, the best way to make $1 million in skydiving is to start with 2 million. And that's probably pretty true. So I do work a full-time job. I do have the side business. I do have my hobby skydiving, and all of that stuff, does cost money and is finances. So I do study that stuff. In my downtime, I watch tons of YouTube videos on strengths and weaknesses, and different outcomes and outlooks on how I can make more or be able to afford things more responsibly. Yesterday I did a 1-hour Zoom meeting with my financial advisor a little bit, and we went through Fidelity accounts and what kind of cash flow do I have, what's my positives, what can I move around, where did I spend money that I shouldn't have, and kind of be able to reflect on the year and then grow in 2024 and be able to say, okay, I'm going to hunker down a little bit more here and fill these goals buckets a little bit more responsibly, and, be able to grow every year. Because if money's, right, like the saying, if money's always moving and if it's not growing, it's losing, is a pretty true statement. So I'm always trying to do better with all of that, and to be able to show that with the people that are in my life and around me as well, as including here. So if you guys are watching this, I hope that motivates you to, take your work, your business, your goals, your hobbies into consideration, and really be able to plan that out. And that does take time to be able to sit down and look at that stuff in a responsible manner. And for me, I've been doing this long enough now where it's fun for me. I enjoy it to be able to look at the past and see the progression, or even the downfalls. Sometimes you can say, okay, that wasn't, that didn't work. How can I grow from that? So if that helps anybody out, that's what I'm doing today. Not the fun and exciting New Year's Eve that probably everybody else is having, but you got to be able to put in the work on the downtimes, to really enjoy the successes and the goals that you're putting into it. So I hope that helps. If you have a goal,